All right. Hey everybody, another quick update here. I'm gonna start doing like some videos like this a little more often with some more information and things like that. What I'm gonna talk about today is I talked about yesterday about David's stage and why it wouldn't make it, right? The reasons why. There were several reasons I listed. The main reason I'm gonna list today, David, is the money. The money, just the money involved in this, David, okay? I'm gonna read some comments here too about some other things, okay? And I took notes here. And David, with the you paid this thing in installments when you should have got a loan, okay? You should have got a loan. I know this, okay? You should have. You should have paid that shit off right from the get-go. To pay something like this in installments, David, especially with the way lumber prices have gone the last couple of years, dude, you're paying out the fucking ass for lumber to build your stage, okay? Problem with installment payments, David, on a project like this, you have to have assets to back it, okay? House, buildings, cars, whatever, existing loans. You have no financial history, David. A one-time donation of $1 million, you know, lenders would see right through that. There's no way a bank, if you went to a bank, David, all right, say you go to a bank, this is with anything, man, all right, you go to a bank, David, you tell them, all right, you want to go build this stage. They're going to want to see everything about it, everything. They're going to want to know how much it's cost, size. They're going to want a full printout of everything, David. How you're going to pay it off, what kind of money you expect to make back on it. David, you're in way over your head financially, okay? 250 feet by 50 feet, one-sided display with, yeah. They will tell you to fill out paperwork, right? And in doing this, David, the bank would no doubt reach out to the vendor who's building the display, okay, and ask them what the value of the display is. No doubt. They're not only going to ask about the value of the display, but how much it would be worth if you were to default on the loan. That stage wouldn't be worth shit, David. It wouldn't be worth shit if you were to default on the loan, because even if you did get a loan, David, you would have defaulted on it either way, which is why you don't get a loan, because you've probably whatever financial history you have is a shitty river of dirty money, okay? You know you're laundering money. We know you're laundering money, all right? And I'm going to go on a rant about another sex cult guy that was just busted recently too, okay? Really, I'm happy about this. Come here, Marilyn. Come here. Let's see. You're in over $1 million. I know that for sure, David. And any kind of David, the bank is going to want to see money to back this kind of thing up, right? You're in over $1 million on the stage, David. I'm sitting here trying to figure out how much it would have cost had you just paid the stage off initially and just built everything right then and there. But you couldn't either you couldn't get a loan or you didn't want to. Okay, you guys are annoying right now. And the thing is David, banks no longer just do handshakes over loans, right? Because auditors come in. And at one time you even said in your deposition you were working with a bank broker to find, to get you the right rates for a loan. But David, you can't. Your financial history again is so shitty, David. It's like it's almost like you're scared to go in and get a loan because of what's going to happen. Once you put your name on the paperwork, David, it holds you accountable. And I'm a firm believer that David probably has nothing is in his name, because he doesn't want to be held accountable for anything. At the same time, David's out here begging for money, right? Asking for $100,000, $200,000, thinking as maybe those donors could be used as a financing option. But the thing is David, like David, we know so much about you, dude. You can't play us for dumb. I know the trucks are sitting in the parking lot, all right, and the fucking stickers that you had are falling off and shit like that. I know the sides of the truck are rusting out. Things are like that. Marilyn, okay, you're annoying right now. Go. Stop. Cut it out. Let's see here. Got me sidetracked. It's funny, like when I do videos, they annoy the shit out of me. It's weird. Let's see. Take a peek here. Yeah, the only two times he came out of shut-in too were to beat Pastor Roberts, who was paid to show up for 15 minutes. Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Let's see. I'm reading through some notes I took here, guys. I got a list of fucking notes here that I've been taking because I've been interviewing people off channel and talking about certain things. I'm not going to say who my sources are, but I have notes here, and I kind of took them verbatim as I was being told them. Again, I'm not going to give sources because if you do, then they stop doing you favors. But yeah, he's never looking for a woman to donate either. So that's the other thing I kind of noticed. He's always looking for some kind of businessman, right? David's always looking for some type of businessman to donate to his cult, right? Never a woman. And it's like he almost wants a businessman to finance his bullshit builds, right? So that's why he's always looking for a businessman, right? Let's see here. All right, and here's something about rates as far as like loans go. When it comes to bad credit, rates are often up to 10 times the going bad credit loan rate. It requires agreeing to pledge other assets, cars, stocks, savings accounts, so the lending will demand an updated credit report of all assets of the church, which, David, we know you don't have an updated report of the church assets. We know that. You're laundering money, dude. These can get him even into the area of personal guarantees where the borrower is saying she will pay off the loan even if the business or church fails. Oftentimes, charities or churches will find an angle lender, I think it's angle lender, who will avoid all this. But again, you will sign over unpledged assets, buildings, cars, savings account, not retirement. You cannot touch those and still charge you a high rate. For example, if the going rate to borrow $500,000 is 5% for someone with good credit, using one of the two mentioned options would run you the following: broker loans 15 to 21%, angle lender 12 to 19. Both usually require an independent auditor of your books, right? Which, David, we know you don't fucking audit. You say you get audited every year by the IRS, but that's a bad thing if you're getting audited every year, Dave, which we know you're not getting audited every year because you don't fucking file your taxes, you sack of shit. Both usually require an independent auditor of your books, including bank accounts, expenditures, etc., on a bi-weekly and or monthly basis, David. The lender can pull the loan at any time they feel you are not abiding by the loan agreement, unlike banks. These loans are not subject to government reviews or banking industry guidelines. Some people even call them loan sharks for some loan amounts, but these guys are typically not running the loans via banks, as you know, right? David, during the worst time in our history right now, you can say all you want about COVID, right? You did nothing. You did absolutely nothing, David, to help with sick people, feeding the hungry, the homeless, the helpless. All you came out and did was said, gimme, money. COVID's here, give me your money so we can fucking help America. And now what he's doing, guys, is he's even posting shit on his Facebook about World War III, all right? So he's now using Facebook as a fear tactic, he's using social media, man. And this is what I don't get. This is why I don't do Facebook, because Facebook's fucking corrupt. You got people coming out here like David spreading fucking fear and rumors and shit about World War III and that. Social media's gotten out of hand. YouTube has too. I'm about ready to start reporting YouTube as a terrorist organization because they fucking allow extremist organizations on their platform. They violate their own terms of service and policies with the shit they allow on here, man. That's where I'm going with this. I'm this close, guys, to calling out YouTube and reporting them as a terrorist organization. Why not? They allow some of the most fucking putrid content on the platform, and they say, yeah, it's okay, we'll allow child abuse, you know. I don't come out here and say anything bad about kids, gender, race, whatever. I've never called anybody out about that. I cuss, yes, because I'm fucking sick and tired of seeing the disassociation between the government and the churches. It's like the government wants to, it's not even a disassociation. The church wants to be a part of the government, but the government's like, no, we can't be a part of you. But the separation of church and state doesn't exist anymore, guys. It is not there. The church, government, church, they're all a fucking dirty sack of shit as far as I'm concerned. The church and the government, man, they're all paying each other off. Okay, that is my opinion. I know it's true. I'm not dumb. There's like Thor Brynjolfsson said, one of our channel followers. There's so many public interest groups now that our government is just so fucking corrupt and just convoluted with just shit, man. It's that they allow this kind of behavior for people to go on and say there's World War III and shit like that, you know, when there's really not. There's no World War III, David, okay? What you're seeing is a fucking sociopath coming undone. David, and you're a sociopath too. You're a sociopath. The only difference between you and Putin is you're not running a fucking country. You're running a full-blown sex cult and you're losing control, which is why you don't come out anymore. Because you've lost control and you don't know where to pick up the pieces at this point. You really don't. You don't know where to pick up your shitty fucking cult pieces at because you've done so much damage. And David, you have a fan club. Just to let you know, you have fans and we're all right here. All right? You have a fan club, David. And it's not going to go away. I'm going to continue on this path, you guys. You guys know what I've been doing. You guys know where I stand with this. And I'm going to continue on. Catherine Crick's on my list. And I'm working two right now, Catherine Crick and David. But the whole thing was about David's stage, the money. David, you cannot afford the stage. One, you didn't pull a loan, okay, when you should have. Two, if you did pull a loan, it would have held you accountable to any other fucking financial crimes you probably have committed already that we know you have committed, okay? David, we know you're laundering money, wire fraud. You're probably looking at some FTC fucking laws and shit like that, Federal Trade Commission, with the shit you're doing, David. You know, Apple Pay, Zelle, PayPal. You're doing all kinds of shady shit by using third parties to basically launder that money through all these payment fucking things on social media. Sound about right? You are laundering money actively, David. We're not dumb. And the thing is, what's really cool is with digital technology, David, it leaves a trace, dude. It leaves a trace. Crypto's probably the only one that's going to be a little harder to trace. But everything you do, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, Apple Pay, David, it all leaves a trace. Okay? Just letting you know. And you can jump that money around as much as you fucking want, but eventually you're going to pull that money out from somewhere. You got to pull it out from a bank somewhere. But again, you know, David, you think Cash App is just going to have a system where they're like, yeah, we're just going to fucking let people put money through here and not keep track of it. No, David, doesn't work like that. PayPal, Zelle, same thing, David, doesn't work like that. Every fucking dollar that's sent into your cult, they know about, okay? Every dollar that's sent out, those organizations, Cash App, PayPal, Zelle, whatever is out there, they know. Okay? Just keep that in mind. Let's see. Okay, so enough about David's stage. Okay, can't afford it, can't get a loan, no doubt. Financially, David cannot do this stage. We know that. The trucks, the hauling, you know, everything. It's not going to work. He's way out of his league. And I'm curious when the designer studio is going to call David and say, hey, come get your shit. We're tired of moving it around. Because it's sitting down there collecting dust. Enough with you, David. I put a post up yesterday, and it's about a sex cult leader. All right. Let me get to it here real quick. They convicted him yesterday. Big time. Big time, guys. Name is Lawrence Ray. And what he was doing, he was running a sex cult out of this college, right, with his daughter's roommates. 10 years this guy was running this sex cult. I think it was called the Sarah Lawrence College or something like that. I can't remember where it's at. New York, maybe. Yeah, the Sarah Lawrence sex cult. 15-count indictment. Money laundering, prostitution, money laundering, everything. Extortion. You're talking a fucking litany of felonies, man. And this guy is going to jail. He is going to go to jail for the rest of his life. 100%. When you get caught up in a case like this, but it took 10 fucking years, guys. This is the issue. 10 years it took.
What if small business
10 years it took for them to bring this guy up on charges.
Money laundering. 2 counts were dropped by the end of the trial for technical reasons. 17 charges include racketeering, extortion, sex trafficking, forced labor, and money laundering.
David, those are some of the fucking crimes you're looking at, dude. Forced labor, money laundering, sex crimes, trafficking. Dude, you think this is a fucking joke, David, right? You think this is a joke what you're doing, and you think you're going to get away with it, but you're not, dude. People are starting to go down for crimes like this, David. Look, Lawrence Ray, sex cult leader. He was abusing people. He was prostituting out the women, extorting money from them, abusing them, punching them, hitting them. I'm glad somebody came out and spoke against this sack of shit. Because he's going to prison for the rest of his life. And David, if you're not careful, that is exactly what's going to happen to you. You are going to go to prison for the rest of your life for money laundering, forced labor, sex crimes, trafficking, drug trafficking. David, there's a litany of crimes that are on your back, dude.